technically today I should be working, but I'm not. I only have that mindset because I used to work full time. So for the last 5 years, I'm used to working 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. Whereas getting used to the idea of freelancing, where I know I'm not going to be working every day, that is something, and I've said this in the past on previous videos, that's something that takes a long time to get used to. So, by the way, I'm sat here because the window's right next to me and it looks nicer here. Today is Thursday. 6 months ago, I would have been used to, getting up, waking up in the morning, getting ready to go to work till 5 or 6 o'clock, end of the day. Freelancing is obviously a different thing completely. I was sending emails at 11 o'clock last night. Granted, I shouldn't always be doing that, and I've told myself that I need to stop so I can spend time in the evening, but that's just part and parcel of recently becoming a freelancer and working out the timings that's right for you. It is in some ways healthy to have that drive to want to work as much as you can, but at the same time, you need to make sure that you don't overdo it and burn yourself out, because then you're only running yourself into the ground and heading downhill rather than assuming you're going uphill in terms of development. So this video really is to highlight the fact that having days off as a freelancer is completely normal. And I'm almost making this so I can look back at this and go, yeah, it's right. Because my girlfriend who I live with, she works full time. So when she's up at 8 in the morning and working through to the end of the day, I feel bad when I'm not working that often. That being said, there are things that come with being a freelancer and perks of being a freelancer that I have to consider to realise that I don't need to be working as often as those who do work full time. For instance, if you're a camera operator or maybe an editor, you might find yourself working 12-hour days for an entirety of 1 week. Then you'll be regretting not having that Monday afternoon off the week before. And this is where we start to realise the reasoning behind the higher rate or premium rate that often comes with people hiring in a freelancer. Let's go somewhere else. Therefore, on top of what you naturally expect your rate to cover, such as your wage itself, considering taxes, paying off the kit that you've already bought, even considering what you're going to invest in the future, there are also a range of other things that you have to cover as part of that rate of being a freelancer. Why do I always get out of breath walking up them stairs? We should also see it as partially covering those days off that you're inevitably going to have, whether that's to recharge your batteries, both literally and your own mental capacity of being able to put your 100% in on your next shoot. Even watching things such as gear reviews or YouTube videos, even like this, which if you're enjoying it, make sure you subscribe before you change your mind. These kinds of days are also your admin days as well. So you have to bear that in mind, whether that's going through your social media content that you're gonna post for the next month, your strategies on how you're going to develop as a filmmaker or a freelancer, downloading or chasing invoices, getting ready for your tax returns, sending emails, all of this stuff combined are often done on your days off, because when you're hired to do something, you haven't got the time to do that kind of stuff. So once we break it down like this, you start to realize the reality of what that day rate is really covering, rather than just that 1 day of work that you're hired for. It has to cover so much more that goes on behind the scenes, and those things are often taking place on days off like this. So today I've decided to take an hour out and go to the gym. I'm basically making the most of that time nice background. I'm making the most of that time that I have off and doing something that I want to do, and that's one of the perks of being freelance. It's only an hour of my time, nothing major, but hopefully I'll come back feeling refreshed and then I can carry on doing my admin work. This is one of the perks of being freelance. I can choose to take an hour out of my time, and I'm going to the gym at a time where I know it's going to be less busy whilst we start to open up after the lockdown and things. I'm choosing to not feel guilty about doing things that I want to do at a time that I know is right and safe to do so. If you feel guilty on these days off, you're not going to enjoy freelance to the full extent of what freelance is about, not just on the days that you're working and the opportunities that you can have and the choices you can make, but also those times off, you need to make sure you enjoy those as well. I promise I did just go to the gym then. I bet some of you thought, oh, they got in his car and then he drove off. And then it's just carry on filming. No, I did go to the gym. I'll put some, I actually recorded myself in the gym on my phone, just to prove that I was there in case any of you didn't believe me. But yeah, essentially this video, like I said earlier, was just to highlight the fact that those days off are equally as important as those days that you work. If you've worked hard enough in trying to get your freelance career going and get this, the snowball rolling, as they say, I can safely say that you've already earned a day off at least, because I now know how much work it takes to become a freelancer and feel comfortable in being a freelancer. It's easy to say you're a freelancer, you know, even on the side of a full-time job, but doing it on your own and that's your only sole income, there's obviously more pressure to that. And I'm sure there's people out there watching this who have worked their arse off getting those foundations laid down basically to set themselves up for a good freelance career. So if you're one of those people and you've worked hard, then you deserve these days off, and don't feel guilty like I've done in the past. I've actually enjoyed today, it's been nice. So time for a quick lunch. I'm trying to be healthy, watch a bit of telly for half an hour, go back upstairs and crack on with my admin stuff, and I know I've got a few emails that I need to respond to, so that's going to be the second half of my day off. So in that case, I'll see you next time.